are live.
Hi, my name is Avery and I'm the sexual assault advocate for Quigley House.
And my name is Hayley. I'm the community relations coordinator here at Quigley House.
And today we're going to be making self-care boxes and vision boards. This is going to be something that we're going to use and we're going to talk about throughout the month of Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. And we're going to be using those boxes every week for our self-care workshops that are going to be on Tuesdays at 2, and for our Love Yourself event, which is on February 12th from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. All of the videos and activities that we're doing are going to be posted on all of our social medias, including our new YouTube channel, which is Quigley House. So please subscribe to our channel. If you like any of these activities, make sure to share them with your friends. You can also share them on social media and tag us at #QHLoveYourself. So let's go ahead and get started for this activity. You'll just need some boxes. We went ahead and painted the insides of our shoe boxes earlier, which if you want to do that, you can. If not, you could collage the inside.
We're just making them pretty.
Yeah, we're just making them pretty. And the idea behind this is that with every activity that we're doing this month, it's going to be something that you can add to your box so that when you're having a rough day or you're feeling anxious or depressed, you have something to reflect on and look back.
You can pull this out when you need it and look through it and hopefully, get through those tough times.
So the outside, we printed out a bunch of images that we thought were interesting. You can just go on to Google Images and search for collage pictures, or go on Pinterest and find quotes you like, images you like. My cat really helps me out when I'm having a rough day, so I printed out some pictures of my cat as well. And then we also have a bunch of magazines. So we're just going to go through and cut out some photos, and we're going to talk a little bit about self-care and the things that we like to do when we're stressed out.
Yeah. So, Avery, how long have you been here? How long have you worked with Quigley House?
I've worked with Quigley House for almost 2 years. I'll be here 2 years in May. So,
Ooh.
I know, I'm excited. I love Quigley House, I love our agency.
Yes.
I know for me, it means a lot to me to be able to do sexual assault advocacy in Clay County.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that's really, been something that's been meaningful to me. How are you liking it so far?
I like it a lot. For those that don't know, I am relatively new. I started here in October, so I'm still a newbie here, but I like it a lot. It's definitely interesting to see this side of domestic violence and sexual assault when you're actually working with the survivors of it. It's definitely different than when you just see the statistics, but you don't see the faces.
Yeah.
So, but I like it. I really like it here.
I'm glad. I know we love having you here, so. We have some comments.
I think so. I can't even see them.
So one of our big needs right now is a camera and a tripod and microphones, because we're currently filming this on a phone. And we really want to start increasing the number of virtual activities that we're doing, especially with COVID-19.
Yeah, this is definitely something that I don't think we anticipated in previous years, having to do all of these online events, virtual things, stuff like this. So it's definitely taking a bit of getting used to change all of this around.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what I'm looking for in here.
Right now, I'm cutting out letters to put my name on my box. That's what I'm starting with.
That's a cute idea. What would you put in your self-care box?
For me, I have a self-care box at home, and I'm going to use this one as like a self-care box at work, because I think it's really important to take care of yourself so that we can continue taking care of our participants.
That's true.
For me, I'm probably going to put in like different songs that I want to listen to at work, because I think it's always nice having something in the background and having something that's upbeat.
Yeah.
Especially, when you're feeling upset about something, just having something positive that's playing in the background is important.
We should make like a Spotify playlist
Yes.
for this and post it to the Love Yourself section of our website.
Let us know if you want us to make a Spotify.
And if you have any suggestions for good songs that help you feel better when you're like in a funk, you're in a mood, comment them or let us know and we can add them to the playlist. So I think that is a great idea. I'm gonna decorate my with lots of flowers.
I know for me at home too, like I like having like face masks in mine.
Ooh, yes.
I think like putting your vitamins in there can be good too, or if you're taking like medications, that way you take care of them, because I think that's one of those things that like it's easy to neglect and like forget to do things. Recipes can even be fun, like things you want to make, pictures of places that you want to go, or you can put them on the outside since we're doing the collage on the outside.
I'll say my favorite like comfort food recipe is lasagna. I love a good lasagna. Always makes me feel better.
I like baking. That's probably like one of my favorite things to do.
Yes. I love baking.
And if you guys have anything that you want to share, like your favorite recipes, favorite foods, anything like that, you can comment them here or DM us and we'll try to share some of them on our story. I think something else is really nice sometimes to put in the self-care box is to write letters with your friends about each other, like things that are positive, or write a letter to yourself. Later this month for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, on Love Yourself, we're going to be having an activity called Love Letters to Yourself. It's going to be with 3 of our advocates from our shelter, and they're going to be writing letters to themselves and just kind of sharing like how you can recognize things that make you feel better about yourself, things that you're proud of, moments that are really positive. And I think when you think about writing a love letter to yourself, sometimes it can be hard to instantly think of like, okay, you know, I like this about myself, or I'm proud of myself because of this, especially when you're feeling down. So you can even just write a letter about things that you want to accomplish, things that you want to see yourself do, things that you want to allow yourself to have as an opportunity. Because I think it's easy to hold yourself back sometimes too.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, it's easier when you're in a mood or you're feeling down to think of the negatives and to focus more on the negatives than it is to focus on the positive aspects.
And we just have some Mod Podge and some brushes, and that's all we're using to stick everything on.
Super simple. So what are the other workshops that we are doing on Tuesdays this month?
So next week we're doing it with our sexual assault director, Jennifer Rodriguez. She's going to be doing a workshop about health and wellness. I think she's going to be talking about like different vitamins, different like healthy foods, healthy recipes, just different practices that you can do that'll make you feel better. Because I know like when you're treating your body the way that it wants to be treated, it definitely helps you feel a little bit better.
Wellness from the inside out.
Yes. And then after that, I think our next one is gonna be 4-legged self-care.
Yes.
So our finance assistant, Casey, is gonna be doing that one. I'm not entirely sure what she has planned, but I know it's going to be really exciting because there's animals involved.
Yeah, she told me that was what she wanted to do, and I was like, you go, you do that.
I love animals. I think any time that you're doing something with an animal is super fun.
And then what's the last thing we have planned?
The last one I'm doing, again, it's going to be on mindfulness and meditation. So I'm going to give you guys some meditation techniques, talk about some different guided meditations you can use either on YouTube or apps, as well as just how to meditate on your own. So I think that's something that everyone can use a little bit of. And of course, we're going to have a whole bunch more activities with Love Yourself. We already talked about the one, which is love letters to yourself. We're starting out the day with coffee with an advocate. And then after that, we're going to be doing some yoga. We're doing Shred Your Insecurities, which is going to be a workshop that we filmed with a teen about writing down your insecurities and being able to shred them and throw them away. Finding things that are encouraging and uplifting about each other so that you can help move past your insecurities and embrace them. And then we have a very fun DIY mug cake video.
Ooh, that one should be a good one.
I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to make a mug cake too. That one's gonna be,
awesome.
yeah, that one's gonna be with our counselor, Tony.
Tony is amazing. If you guys have not met her yet, she is very funny.
She's really super funny. We're really grateful that she is filming this video.
I think she said she was doing it with her son, right?
Yes, with her son and her husband. So
Should be a good one.
it's gonna be really fun. I'm trying to think what else we have planned that day. We have a ton
I'm
going
doing DIY body scrubs.
Yes.
I've never made a body scrub, so we'll see how it turns out. But, we're going to try. We will try. Oh, I think Alyssa's doing self-care bingo.
Yes. So
Self-care
that one's going to be
bingo.
live. I think she said on Facebook, or is it on Zoom?
I think she was going to do it on Zoom, but we'll double check.
So all of this stuff is going to be posted as it gets closer to the day of. All of these things are going to be posted on the hour that's listed on our Love Yourself flyer. You can check it out on our Instagram, Facebook, and on our website. The website for all of our events, including all of the information about the workshops we're doing every week, is going to be quigleyhouse.org/loveyourself. And I know this is something that we've been really excited about for a while. We really want to start doing more virtual things. So if you guys have any ideas for activities you want to see, if you have a suggestion, if you want to make a self-care video, then that's something that we can talk about sharing as well. And definitely make sure that if you do any of these activities, post a picture, make a video, and tag us. And also use the hashtag QHLoveYourself. So Hayley, February is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month.
It is.
What do you think is a piece of advice that you would give to a teen going through?
I would say that even though the situation can feel very isolating and you can feel alone because you may not know other people that are going through the same thing, that you're definitely not alone. There are people out there that you can reach out to for help. I know us here at Quigley House, we have a lot of different advocates who are very well versed in both like domestic violence and sexual violence and stuff like that. And they all have resources to help people understand how to get through this, how to safely leave the situation, and just different resources for that. So I would just say that, even if you think that you're alone in that situation and that you're isolated and that there's no one there to help you, that there definitely are people out there who are here to help.
And I think it's important to remember too that, sometimes your friends or your family aren't always gonna be your number one supporter, and that's okay. Everyone's going through their own journey, and it can be really hard to understand what someone's going through if you haven't been through it yourself. So if you're sharing your story with someone and you feel like their response isn't super helpful or is benefiting you, don't be discouraged. Continue to reach out and ask for help, because you're not alone. Hayley's so right in that. There's a great team here of advocates, and we can help give you tools as well to help your friends and family. If you ever have any questions, even if it's not for you, you're calling about a friend or family member, you can reach us for our hotline at 904-284-0999. 0061, or through our helpline email, which is helpline@quigleyhouse.org, or you can message us on social media.
If you do message us on social media, you will more than likely be talking to me. I am the face behind the social media. How's your box coming along?
I think it's coming along pretty okay. This is what I have going on right now.
I'm just making a whole hot mess collage here.
Hayley's got a lot of flowers going on.
I do. I love flowers.
It's really cute.
It's a mess. But it's a happy mess.
Buying yourself flowers can be something really fun. I think for self-care too. At least I'm gonna call it self-care.
I buy myself chocolate. Chocolate makes me feel better.
I think this is something fun that you could give as like a gift to somebody too. Especially to like one of your best friends. To make them like a self-care box. You can put in different things that they like face masks, bath bombs. You could write them a letter. You could put in some of your favorite quotes. If they like movies or they like reading, you could also include like a list of suggestions for them.
This is actually very soothing.
It is. It's like a nice little break. We hope that some of you guys are able to join us after school. We know that a lot of high schoolers are getting out right now. If you're a parent and you're watching this and your kid hasn't gotten home from school yet, definitely show this to them. This is a really fun activity that you guys can do together. You can write letters to each other, include quotes, include things that you're proud of them for. I think that's something else that I have in my self-care box at home is I have like different things that remind me of things that I'm proud of or things that were really good moments in my life.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes when you're upset, it's hard to be positive and feel like, you know what, I'm proud of myself. I did this.
Yeah.
So having those things to remind you of what you're proud of is definitely special.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what this is a picture of, but it's colorful and I like it.
I think it's popcorn.
Is it popcorn? I don't know what this is. Let's see.
Somehow I had both pairs of scissors. I'm sorry, Hayley.
Scissor stealer.
I know. I'm terrible.
I'm glad it's quiet in the office right now.
Some of the other things that are really high needs for us right now as an agency, we always need bedding. Sometimes, when survivors either are having a sexual assault exam or they're moving out of our shelter and starting out on their own, they need bedding. And currently we don't have a ton, so that's always a big need. All bed sizes. We also need twin size blankets for our beds at shelter.
And coffee. Coffee is a very high
Yes.
need because coffee is not an item that we are able to get through the donations with the food pantries, I believe.
Yes.
So coffee comes straight out of our personal budget, and so that is always very, very high need.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's something that we don't always have the money to provide. It's something that we know is super important to our survivors because it's super important to us. So that's definitely a big one.
And we do have our Amazon wish list posted on, I believe it's posted on our website and it's posted on our Facebook page as well. It is currently up to date. So whatever is on there is a current need. Because I know I had a couple people asking me last week if it was up to date or not. And it is.
We also always need new clothing. I think sometimes, you know, when we have survivors come in, sometimes they come in with nothing. And so it's really important for us to be able to give them things that match and being able to have like complete outfits. Not just for job interviews, but just for, you know, day-to-day life. I think it can really make somebody feel good when they're able to dress how they want to dress and be comfortable. Women's pajamas are another big need. And those are kind of all sizes.
Yeah, a lot of the survivors that we get in our shelter, many of them, when they leave with nothing. They leave with themselves and possibly their kids. So, like, when we say that, you know, these things are a big need, they really are. Like, even though they seem like the bare necessities, some of these people come to us and they don't even have that.
Yeah. Because when you're trying to leave a domestic violence situation, the most important thing to you in that moment is just making sure that you're safe, that your kids are safe, that your pets are safe if you're bringing a pet with you. And that's something that a lot of people don't know about Quigley House. We do allow pets and service animals at our shelter. I know the staff love having other animals there, so do the residents. So that's something, you know, that I think sometimes people forget about as well, is that we do allow pets. So if you're in a domestic violence situation and one of your big concerns about leaving is that you won't be able to take your pet with you, know that you can at Quigley House. Hayley, are there any quotes that you feel like helped you out, or things that you like to remember when you're like feeling upset?
Oh, that's a hard one.
I know, I put you on the spot there.
Definitely, that's a deep question. Quotes.
I really like Eleanor Roosevelt quotes. My cat's named after Eleanor Roosevelt. My favorite one that always kind of inspires me as an advocate is, I could not at any age be content to take my place in the corner by the fireside and simply look on. I always feel really strongly that if you have the opportunity to do something to help somebody, that you should. And so that quote always just kind of reminds me to try my hardest to help other people. I think sometimes it can be like super frustrating for people to look at, you know, a situation and want to help. I think it can be scary to put yourself out there and to try to help other people, because you don't always know the right thing to say or the right thing to do. But having the opportunity to help somebody is super meaningful. I know whenever survivors share a story with me, or I'm able to talk to somebody about anything, even if it's not, you know, a really long story, but every hotline call means a lot to me. I know I feel really honored whenever survivors share things with me, because I can really appreciate how difficult it is to open up and to talk about those things.
Mine's kind of turning into a hot mess here.
I like all the flowers, though. The popcorn looks like flowers with all yours.
I think I kind of used too much Mod Podge on part of it, so it's getting a little wilted.
It'll dry clear though. It'll do. And the thing is, this doesn't have to be something that's perfect. It's just something that's fun and it's for you. That's all I got going on so far.
Oh, that's cute.
I want to see if we have any. I know we're getting like a ton of comments, but we can't see
can't see
anything.
them.
So I'm gonna try to look, and you guys are gonna get a really bad angle of me. I'm sorry. Or maybe it's just the views. See, we can't see it because we're really far.
I just see there's these little things like scrolling, but I can't see what they are.
Thank you guys to everyone who's watching. We appreciate you guys coming on. So some important dates coming up in February, besides all of our workshops. We have Wear Orange Day, which is going to be next Tuesday. If you guys would like, you can send us photos of yourself wearing orange. on social media. We'll definitely be sharing some of those.
Yeah, we're gonna be posting pictures of our team in orange as well, which for orange, I had to go out and buy orange clothing because I don't own anything orange. But that's okay.
We also have origami happening on Love Yourself.
Ooh. Who's doing that one?
Allie's doing that.
Allie is our office manager.
She's amazing,
awesome.
yeah.
She is. I love Allie.
I love all of our staff. You know, I think we have a really good team. We're all really close. So I think that's important for us to be able to communicate well and be able to prioritize our survivors over everything else. And we have fun. We all really enjoy our jobs,
Yeah.
which is always important.
I would say our jobs are definitely challenging at times, but overall, like, I love what I do, and I know a lot of the other people that we work with, they say the same thing, that it's very rewarding.
Yeah, and we're really happy to be in such a good community and such a supportive community. Anytime we've needed something or we've had a big need, our community's been able to help us out, and that's something that's very important because we wouldn't be able to do the work we do without such a supportive community.
That is very true. Got a giant picture of cheesecake on here.
Is that your favorite dessert?
It's not, but I saw it and I was like, you know what, dessert makes me happy. So.
I'm putting a duck on mine. It's very cute. I love doing mood boards and vision boards because I think it's fun, like having something to look at and be like, you know what, this is something that makes me positive, this is something that makes me happy.
And even the experience itself of making this can be something that helps cheer you up when you look at this.
Oh, for sure. There's a dog wearing a backpack. You guys can't see it. I'll show it to you in a minute, but it's really cute. I want my cat to wear a backpack.
I have a cat, but he is more like a dog, and he loves snuggles, and he loves being pet, and he just kind of, like, I don't know, he just lays there, but he's not one of those typical cats that, like, it's like you touch him and they're like, he is a dog. And his name is George.
I walk my cat on a leash. Hayley's judging me a little bit for it. It's okay. Everyone does. But I 10 out of 10 would recommend walking your cat on a leash. I think it's a great experience.
I don't think my cat would let me walk it on a leash.
See, everyone says that, but you just have to have a lot of patience with it.
Do you get weird looks when you walk on a leash?
I do sometimes. Most of the time people just ask to like pet her. So it helps if she gets along well with dogs.
What kind of cat is it?
So she's just like a plain gray tabby cat. I paid to get the DNA test for her, which I didn't know before I did the DNA test. If anyone's thinking about getting a DNA test for their pet, that they basically just give you like a random-ish answer. They're basically like, this is it, and then as they update their like DNA database, and they'll randomly like change what they said like your breed of cat is.
They're giving you a guesstimate.
Yeah, so it's very like not accurate at all, but it was fun to do.
I was talking with my boyfriend the other day about how, like with dogs, we all have these different breeds, and it's like, you know, each dog by its breed, and then there's cats, and it's like orange cat, gray cat. Like there's not really breeds.
That's what we have going on. There's a dog wearing a backpack.
I'm starting to put pictures of food on here now. It's like slowly morphing from flowers to food.
I have to put my cat on here. I had printed 2 pictures of my cat. I'll show them both to you guys. because I love my cat. This is my cat Eleanor, and that is her walking on a leash. Thank you very much. It's at a local coffee shop. I definitely love coffee. That's definitely something I like doing. I mean, I go every day and get coffee, but I like doing it a little bit extra whenever I'm upset about something or I feel like I just kind of...
coffee.
Yes.
Iced coffee always makes me feel better. Iced coffee and chocolate.
What's your go-to coffee order?
So my favorite coffee is actually from Chick-fil-A. And it's
Really?
their iced vanilla coffee. And it is the best iced coffee. Like, I love it better than Starbucks. And I know that's like blasphemous to say, but Chick-fil-A is where it's at.
Chick-fil-A coffee actually is really good. I like going local places usually. This is from Vagabond Coffee. They're over in Duval, but it's amazing.
Have you been to Urban Bean?
Yes, Urban Bean is great.
They're on the corner of 17 and Kingsley. They are very good. And they make really good breakfast sandwiches too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put this up.
Putting carbs on here now.
We also really love Spring Park Coffee. That's another great place.
Yes, absolutely. Love
Very
Spring
close
Park.
to us. It's right here in Green Cove.
Ooh, Southern Grounds. Southern Grounds is another good one. They have one up in, what is it, Riverside?
They have one in Avondale, San Marco, and at the beaches. As you can tell, I really know a lot about my coffee.
What's your coffee?
Sippers is another really cute place over near the town center. And we love talking about local businesses and supporting local businesses because those are always the first people that are willing to help us out when we're having an event, helping us out, letting us put flyers in their shops, things like that. We also have another really big community event happening this month, which is our motorcycle poker run, and that's happening on February 20th.
That's going to be fun.
Whitey's is supporting us on that event. They're going to be offering free appetizers and drink specials to everyone participating in our poker run. To enter, all you need to do is bring a bottle of wine. And all of the wine that we're collecting is going to be used for our wine gala, which is held in April.
Yeah, I did have a couple of people asking me why we're asking for wine and not for donations or anything. And that is so that we can supply the wine gala with wine, so we don't have to go and buy wine out of our pockets.
And of course, if you'd like to donate as well, we definitely can.
And that starts at 11 o'clock at the Clay County Courthouse
Yes.
on Saturday the 20th.
And there's more information about it on our website. Hayley also made a video kind of explaining what the event is and how it works, and it's going to be on our YouTube channel.
It is on our YouTube channel, which you need to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the posts that we make. Because we did just upload a video series on teen dating violence.
Yes. We are really fortunate that we made a video series for Clay County middle and high schools. It's a series of 4 videos. The first one is just kind of an intro to Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. And then we also have videos about consent, healthy and unhealthy relationships, and then caring for yourself when you're in a relationship. And that one I think is my favorite video because it's really important to be able to take care of yourself in a relationship. You want to be with somebody who's going to help lift you up and allow you to grow. I think especially when you're in middle school and high school and you're having your first relationship, it can be really easy to get caught up in this idea of like, well, I have to be how everyone else is in a relationship. My relationship has to look like this or like that. But being able to just grow, do the things you want to do. You know, you don't want to be changing for somebody, but you also want to have the room to be able to have your own agency. If you're wanting to improve yourself, if you're wanting to change, your partner should be able to support you in that and not be upset that you're changing. And I think sometimes that can be really hard because when you first start dating somebody, you're used to them being a certain way. But you want to help them grow into being their best self. And if you're not supporting them in that, then, you know, that's something that's not healthy.
And I think a lot of times too, when we're in relationships or we get into a new relationship, and especially as like a young teenager, I can remember the relationships I was in, and you spend so much time trying to make the other person happy and trying to be like this perfect person because you're in this new relationship, and you kind of like neglect yourself in a way because you're spending so much time trying to make that other person happy that you're not doing things that make you happy as well.
And it can definitely be easy to do that too. And also know that, you know, your relationship isn't like anyone else's. So don't feel like you have to do things just because other people are doing them.
Or do things the same way that someone is doing something.
Yeah. Every relationship grows on its own time and its own pace. Everyone's going to be doing different things to make themselves happy. And just being able to accept that and also to support your friends and their relationships with that as well. I think it can be really easy to look at somebody else's relationship and be like, well, I don't think it's right that you're doing this, or I don't understand why this is what's going on. But just knowing that everyone else is moving at their own pace and doing what's going to be best for them is super important.
And nothing is, you know, ever really what it seems on the outside. Because especially with social media, you see these people posting, you know, their glamorous lives and going out to eat and shopping and all this stuff, and you're like, wow, their life looks so perfect. But in reality, you don't see what goes on behind closed doors. So I think too, it would be good to keep in mind when you're in a relationship, and especially when you're like new to dating and stuff, is to not really like idealize like other people's relationships.
That's so true.
Yeah, and it's easy to tear yourself down if, you know, you're having communication problems with your boyfriend, but, you know, you see this other couple and they seem so perfect, and you're like, well, why can't we be perfect like that? Like, I can guarantee you they are not perfect.
And everyone posts their highlight reel on Instagram. You know, they're not posting the moments where they're upset, where they're going through things. They're posting the things that they're really proud of. I know, you know, I've been guilty of that. I've posted pictures that I felt like I looked good in, or that I looked really happy in on days when I was really upset.
Yep.
You know, because you don't want other people to know what's going on, or you see what your friends are posting and you're like, wow, they're traveling all these places or doing all of these really cool things. And so you feel like you need to conform to that and fit in with that. You know, and looking back, I'm like, oh, it looks like I was really happy in some of these pictures, but, you know, I was going through things. And it's okay to admit that you're going through things and just, you know, kind of embrace the chaos of life. Because it's definitely hard. Like,
especially in today's society with COVID and everyone having to quarantine, and everything is different now. Everything is, you know, school's online, work's online, everything is different. It's definitely easy to kind of get in that funk. How's your board coming along?
I think it's coming along. I'm trying to do like all the sides. We're kind of moving on to the sides and the back.
My sides are now bread.
I finally put food on mine. I think it's peaches. I love peaches, so.
Putting tacos on one side now. Can I make that too big?
What are your goals for 2021?
Well, my goal for last year was to finish college, and I finally finished college.
That's exciting.
So, it is very exciting. So this year, I don't even know. I haven't even thought that far yet. But I feel like I should have, because it's already February.
But you know, that's okay. It's 2021. 2020 was crazy. I think it's really hard to like go into the new year and think about things. Like, it's so weird to me that we're in February. In my mind, I'm like, oh, it's January. And it's like, no, it's definitely February.
It's hard to even believe that it's already 2021 because I feel like it was just yesterday that this whole quarantine stuff started.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh. already February.
And
It's been almost a year.
Yeah, I know. That's so scary to think about that we've been in quarantine for a year.
But I think that it's important to make goals throughout the year too, because like right now I don't even know. But you know what? Throughout the year, it's good to make goals because I think a lot of people think you can only have a goal when it's like a fresh start, like the new year or a Monday, or you know, like you can make goals at any point. Like you can start on a Wednesday if you wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna put my tacos on this so good. What are your goals for this year, Avery?
Well, I'm finishing my master's degree right now. I will be done in August, so that's really
Literally
exciting.
Only 6 months away.
It's very nerve-wracking. I know my professor had asked me to like send her the link for Love Yourself. So if you're watching this, hi. Or if you watch it later, you know.
Hi, Avery's professor.
I really love like my school and everything, because you know I'm doing philanthropy and nonprofit development, and so everyone's in the nonprofit world, and just getting to hear kind of what everyone's doing differently at their agency, especially during COVID, has been a really good opportunity.
Yeah.
And to get feedback on different things, because this has definitely been a really challenging year for a lot of people.
It's been very different.
Yeah. And it's a hard adjustment sometimes, going into it and being like, oh wow, things are really changed. I also am trying to get like more involved in gymnastics. I coach gymnastics outside of Quigley House, and I haven't really done gymnastics a lot, other than a little bit here and there when I'm like demonstrating something.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get back into actually doing it, which is hard. But it's something that makes me feel really good. Being in gymnastics was one of my favorite things that I did growing up.
I did gymnastics growing up too.
Yeah.
Not very much though.
But yeah, I think it's fun sometimes, like whenever you're in a stressful period in your life, to go back and like do the things that made you happy. I'm probably gonna end up with Mosh Posh on my pants because my lid is attached to my box. There's not a lot I can do. We're working with it. Because, and that's important for anything. If you're, going through trauma and you're having trouble sleeping, you're having trouble eating, it can be really helpful to do the things that you were doing before your trauma occurred. Even if you don't feel like doing them in the moment, it'll end up making you feel better in the long run. And I know that's difficult. I know when I'm, feeling depressed, the last thing I want to do is go for a walk or bike or hang out with my friends. But I also know that when I do those things, it's going to be something that makes me feel better. So being able to try to push yourself to make it through that moment, and then, then you'll feel better in the end. It gives you a feeling of accomplishment too. I walk every morning, first thing in the morning, and it's something that some mornings I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do this, but having that as part of my self-care routine has been really helpful for me. Getting to like see, outside in nature and see parks and things like that is really nice. I know that every day I went on my morning walk and I saw a bunch of little ducks, and the one had a little duck egg. So maybe that's why I'm putting so many ducks on mine, as I'm subconsciously thinking about it. But they were so cute, and I was like, wow, see, I would miss out on these things if I wasn't walking every morning.
I think it's also easier too if you have someone who wants to do these things with you, then it's easier to do these things on the daily or weekly or however often you do them. Because when you have someone that's kind of expecting you to go on this walk or is wanting to go with you, it's a lot easier than doing it by yourself.
For sure.
Because I know I personally am not someone who likes to go out and do a lot of things by myself. I like to be with people when I do things. So I think I would like to find, you know, someone that would want to do things with me when I'm like in that mood.
And everyone's different. Sometimes people like doing things with other people. Sometimes they like doing things by themselves. And it's good that when you're doing these things to surround yourself with people who are going to be positive and uplifting. Because I think it can be easy sometimes to surround yourself with negative people. Even if it's not that they're, you know, intentionally being negative, you know, if you're in a really bad mood and you're around people who are also in a bad mood,
it's easier to stay in that bad
mood. So sometimes, you know, you have to be with that friend who's always really positive and uplifting.
We all have that friend.
Yes. And then sometimes you have to be that friend for them. Because everyone has those moments where they need that extra little bit of love. So
I know when my boyfriend is sad, I will ask him, like, you know, what will make you feel better? And for me, because I'm very introverted, to feel better, I'd be like, you know what, I want to, like, sit by myself for a little while or, like, drink some tea by myself. My boyfriend will tell me, take me somewhere where there's a ton of people that I can talk to. And because he's just extremely extroverted, and that just shows how different people are when it comes to self-care and things that, you know, can make you feel better. And that's okay. So we went to Walmart.
Walking around Target can definitely be a self-care activity.
Yes.
I think sometimes, like, I know these things sound silly, but getting yourself out can be a really big thing. You know, even
sometimes
if you're,
even just getting dressed can
yeah,
make you feel better. Especially if you're working from home right now, or if you're not working but you're in school and you're having to do school from home and you're just in your sweatpants and your sweatshirt all day long, getting dressed, putting on some makeup, or taking a shower or something can actually make you feel so much better because you're getting out of that monotonous routine of just staying in your sweatpants all day.
That's a really good way to put it.
Oh, those sweatpants are very comfy.
Other exciting news for February, we're going to be starting a TikTok account. We're going to be posting our first TikTok on February 12th for Love Yourself.
Who's posting it?
I don't know yet. I'm going to try to make Hayley do a TikTok dance with me.
Oh my gosh, no.
I'm not afraid to embarrass myself on the internet. Other people might be, and that's okay.
I just know that. I've tried these TikTok dances, y'all. Oh my gosh, like, I'm only 25 and I feel like I'm ancient compared to some of these teenagers on TikTok because I cannot do it.
If you guys are a teen, let us know what video or what dance we should try to do on TikTok. Make it easy because we don't know what we're doing, okay? I was reading, like, all these TikTok videos, and apparently now, like, you're old if you have, like, a side part. So I was like, it's a good thing that I have that middle part now, because I've always had a side part.
I used to have a side part. I always parted, it was like right here on the side, and I would always side part, and then I started middle parting. Middle it was over enunciated. Middle parting. But yeah, apparently that makes us old.
And I know you can't use the, like, crying laughing emoji anymore.
Why?
I don't, apparently it's like, I know, I used to always have too, but apparently that's another thing that's like,
old?
it's not, yeah, it's not cool
It's
anymore.
not trendy? What?
Yeah.
I literally talk to anyone I text on the regular, crying laughing emoji in like every text message. But not the sideways one, like the regular.
Yeah, the regular one. We can't use it
Wow,
anymore.
okay,
So,
lame.
I know.
I'm still gonna use it in all my text messages.
I've still been using it. I am obsessed with the sparkle emoji right now.
Oh yes, same.
You know, I feel like I'm using
love
it too
that.
much. I have a 13-year-old sister, and she tells me all the time that I'm using it too much, but that's unfortunate. I don't know what to do about it. I'm obsessed with the sparkle emoji. It's not going anywhere for me. So,
I think that's one of my favorite emojis right now. I'm pretty sure it's currently in my recent emojis.
mine's like the number one on my recent emojis.
Mine is the cry. You know, I'm gonna Oh, my phone is recording. I was about to say, I'm going to get my phone out. It's recording. We were using my phone. But no, like, I think my top one is the cry laughing emoji. And then, like, the heart, and then the sparkles.
I've been trying not to use it anymore since I've learned that it's not cool, but
I'm still using it. I don't care.
I love it. So I'm trying to think of what else. There was something else that they say is like, it's like a millennial thing that we use, but it's not something that Gen Z is using.
It's weird to think that there is a whole other generation, like, below us growing up and stuff right now. It's like, I feel like it was just yesterday I was in high school. I was in high school like 10 years ago. That's insane. And now, like, kids are in high school that were in, like, elementary school when I was in high school.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Like, I have friends whose kids are graduating high school this year, and I'm like,
that's insane. It is insane
crazy
how fast time goes by. It's also weird to think of, like, the trends that were trendy when we were in high school and how they are definitely not trendy anymore.
What was your favorite trend growing up?
Skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans aren't in anymore either. That was the other thing they said.
They're not.
I'm wearing skinny jeans right now.
When I was in high school, I would only wear skinny jeans. Only wear skinny jeans. And now, and they were always low rise. Oh gosh, cringe. But now, like, I will only wear, like, high rise jeans.
Yeah.
But at the time, like, I don't even think high rise jeans were a thing when we were in high school.
No, they weren't. It was like very
they were, like,
fashion.
Yeah.
And like flared jeans. I know when I was like 8, flared jeans were still in style, and now we're back in style.
The boot cut.
The boot cut. The infamous boot cut.
Oh, right? Yep. And then it's like the boyfriend. And then the girlfriend. I don't know what the difference between a boyfriend and a girlfriend cut is.
Yeah,
I feel like
don't
they're
know.
the same.
We also this year are wanting to start a youth leadership board for middle school and high school aged kids. We want to have a group of teens that we can do self-care activities with, that we can talk to about planning all of our future workshops, all of our future school videos, and everything like that, and to let them be a part of that. So if you're looking for some volunteer hours, you're looking to be more involved in the community, or you want your sister or brother or child to be more involved in the community, let them know. That we are going to be opening up for applications soon. I don't know the exact date yet, but that's something that we are going to be working on very, very soon.
Yeah, and as Avery said, they will get community service hours for that. So
For Bright Futures.
Yep, for Bright Futures. If you are in, I know, going to a private school for high school, we had to do community service hours at school. So for school, for any scholarships or anything, or if you just want to add it to your resume, because that is a good thing to add to your resume when applying for colleges.
Definitely.
Extracurriculars, always a good thing. Avocado. How long have we been doing this?
We're almost at an hour.
Oh wow.
So
Thank you to those who have stuck in here for an hour watching us talk and post pictures.
This has been really fun though.
It is really fun.
It's been a nice break.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to get out of the office and out from behind the computer.
Yeah. It's so easy to just like get zoned into on a computer.
Avery, what does your day-to-day job look like here?
So my day-to-day job is, I can be really different, kind of depending on the day. Some days I go over to our shelter and help out over there with answering hotline calls or doing one-on-one appointments with survivors of sexual assault that are staying at our shelter. Other days, I'm coordinating counseling appointments and doing counseling screenings for our counselor, Tony. And then lately I've been working on a lot of stuff for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, working on different workshops, editing videos, planning community events. We're also starting our preparations for Sexual Assault Awareness Month in April, which is super exciting. We're going to be doing kind of a similar thing to what we're doing now. Our goal is to do a workshop every month or every week. Sorry, every
week for every month.
Every week, no. I would love to do that. We don't have the setup right now currently to be able to do a workshop every week. So that is, like I said earlier, one of our really big needs right now is equipment so that we can make really good videos for you guys.
Preferably like a tripod.
Definitely a tripod.
Oh, it says my battery's low. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
We're working hard.
Yeah, we're currently using like a rolling storage cart to hold my phone up for this.
So,
LOL at us.
but that's one of my favorite things though about this job is we've had the opportunity to be really creative in things. It's kind of amazing like the different things you can do with limited resources.
That is true.
Another really fun activity that I'm hoping to include during my meditation workshop is going to be making eye pillows. We made those at shelter.
You mean like an eye mask?
Kind of like an eye mask, but like just like when you're laying there, not having like a full-on mask, but putting like rice in them or beans. And you could add like essential oils and just have something, you know, you can microwave it, you can put it in the freezer for a little bit, and having something that's like nice and cool or nice and warm on your eyes. Especially when you're like doing yoga or meditating. I know that can be so fun.
I like to use stuff like that after I've cried a lot because it sounds really depressing, but no, like
We're being real.
If I'm really sad, which, I mean, let's be real, 2020 and COVID, I think we've all kind of felt that way. But my eyes hurt really bad after I cry, so I like to use like ice packs and stuff. Or if you have like those cooling like under eye masks that I know some companies make, that it makes it look like you have like giant bags under your eyes, but they're very refreshing. They're very nice. I think I'm almost done with mine.
Yeah. And we're going to be wrapping this up, and of course,
if you guys want to look, I ended up just putting a whole bunch of food on mine because you know what? Food makes me happy, so.
And that's a big comfort food thing. You know, comfort food.
This is my lid. It's a big old cheesecake.
I'll show you guys mine. And what's great about this is you can keep adding on at any point in time. You know,
Yours is more like aesthetically pleasing.
Thank you. This is mine, so I have my name on there, and then I have some stuff on the sides. You know, still got to work on it a little bit. And then I have my inside painted. But I think that's pretty much going to be it for today. Thank you guys for sitting here and watching us for the past hour. I know I had a lot of fun.
I did too. That went that fast.
So if you guys enjoyed this, if you guys make it on your own, please let us know in the comments or DM us. You know, make sure if you do post to use our hashtag QHLoveYourself and tag us, and we will make sure to share all of your posts.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week on February 9th at 2 p.m. for our workshop with Jennifer Rodriguez. And for Wear Orange Day. So make sure you're sending us those pictures, and we will make sure to feature them on our social media.
Yep.
Bye!